What's up, Buttercups? Welcome back to my channel. Today's video is a bit weird looking, I know. I usually film in front of my bookcase and I don't have a background that's fake, though I did take this picture, okay? But I'm on StreamYard because I am here to talk about Meta's huge AI training bot, and I have to get this precise and correct. So I am going to be referencing a bunch of different articles because I want to get it right and not spread more misinformation or disinformation or anything like that. What I'm really going to be focusing on is the Authors Guild article titled Meta's Massive AI Training Book Heist, What Authors Need to Know, and that was published in March 20th, 2025. And I posted this a few places, but I see a lot of people are freaking out. Yes, I get it. Actually, my book, Obsidian Murders, is part of this heist, but not all my other books, which is interesting. Here we are. You can't really do much about it. So it kind of sucks ass, isn't it? Yeah, I already cursed. It might happen again. Put your headphones in. But this is about 7.5 million pirated books that was taken from pirated sites, which are illegal sources of books, where a lot of them, they're not even like the full books, but that's a different story. So the site is mainly in different countries, or the multiple sites are in different countries. So that's why it's really, really hard to take down your books from pirated sites to begin with. And a lot of times they don't even have the full document, or they don't even have the document, and so then whoever goes onto a lot of these sites, they're just bombarded by malware. I'm not sorry for you when you do that. But in this particular case, the Authors Guild collaborated with publishers and the federal government to combat major piracy websites. And they have taken down at least 250 Miro sites and successfully sued Kiss Library. And there's a bunch of other things that the Author Guild has done. But for this particular case, it's in LibGen, an illegal pirate site that AI companies copy for their AI systems. So, like I said, it's about 7.5 million books were copied onto LibGen, at least in part, if not full. And Meta and other AI companies for their AI systems has basically taken that bookish information, and they're not, the guild is not 100% clear whether Meta downloaded and used every book in LibGen or not. I mean, that's a lot of books. That's 7.5 million books. But if you want to see if your books have been pirated from there, from Meta, and Meta's using your info from those books or half of the info or whatever, not 100% certain on that, then I'll link the URL down below. Like I said, I only found Obsidian Murders, and I tried Nicole Pierman and Nicole Brona. So you have to type in your name, pen name, whatever, whatnot have you. And yeah, I could only find Nicole Brona and Obsidian Murders, just one book. Okay, I guess I'm lucky there. But the problems that I'm seeing right now is that there are some judges saying that this is not against copyright because they're not selling it for a profit. I think what you can do now, and what the Authors authorguild.org in this article that I'm kind of basing this off on because no one else is really talking about it. Cool. Is that you can try and send a formal notice to libgen in the data set, and then you can also send it to Meta and other AI companies that are starting that they're saying that or they've said outright that they're using books, and then you find your books on there somehow in some way. And then there's a very specific template that you can use that is linked in the Authors Guild article that I'm talking about. You can join the Authors Guild or other types of indie guilds so they can do joint advocacy work and possibly start to sue. Then you can protect your works, though I've read that this doesn't work, so here we are. But you could add a no AI training notice on the copyright page of your works. And then there's practical resources to help shield your content from AI scrapers, and that's also in the article. It's a lot that you can try and do, but the AI is getting smarter and smarter, so it's something that you have to constantly work on. And then you can also get human authored certification. So distinguish girl, it's an interesting Saturday for me. You can get your work distinguished by a number of different ways that you are in fact a human and you're not doing anything involving AI other than like Grammarly or the Word, where it suggests fixes for grammar and stuff, which there has always been AI for, there's always been some type of AI for many, many decades. So it's not like you can totally get rid of AI or else you're just not ever going to use the suggestions for Word, for example, like that's the basic AI type of thing. Then you can choose not to use Grammarly or ProWriting Aid, but that is, at least they're not doing stuff on behalf of you and other stuff like taking people's works and whatnot have you. It's actually just like suggestions on the Word and Grammarly and ProWriting Aid, but they are getting that information from places, other people, and that has been happening for decades, especially on Word. How old is Word, right? So you can't 100% avoid AI, but you can highly limit your usage, and you can state that you are highly limiting your usage. I think that especially with this Meta's massive AI training bot that took 7.5 million people's books, and there's really not that much you can do at this point against Meta. Like, okay, I mean, good luck. That's a personal opinion. Good luck with that. It's a how many billion-dollar company? But this is a slow and steady race. This is a slow and steady fight. And I know that there is a lot of feelings of helplessness, frustration, anger, betrayal happening right now. But I think we also have to remember, what can we control? Our actions. What can't we control? Other people and businesses and their shady practices. I get that that is not a satisfactory answer for a lot of people because they want certainty. However, life is uncertain and everything is temporary as well. And I know it sucks, but I think if you are proactive in some of the ways I mentioned, and there's also a lot of other different ways that you can be proactive in this situation, then I think it will feel a little better. And I think also it will help others better understand what's going on, whether they agree or disagree or not like this whole meta AI training bot situation. And I think just also spreading the word is helpful as well. I will link the documents and the articles and the URL down in the description box below. I think I don't know. I might or might not be checking, maybe let's go for bi-weekly or maybe monthly, I don't know, about if they've gotten my other books using that URL. But then what am I gonna do about it? Not a lot. I'm a little fish in a pond. I think when the big time authors get scraped in this AI training BS, then they're going to push that needle way faster. But I don't want people thinking, oh, because I'm also on the, you know, base of being a little fish in a little pond like Nicole, I shouldn't do or say anything. No, definitely say and do stuff, especially to protect your sanity and your work. But like I said, you can't control others and you can only control yourself. So do things that bring you good feelings, or at least, oh, I'm doing something. And then enough people do that, and then like the big names do that, then we all can come together eventually, hopefully sooner rather than later, and combat this in some way or another. If you are interested in Obsidian Murders or any of my books, they are all on Amazon, and I'll also link that information below if you want to support me in this AI nonsense. You can go to the links, even if you're not an author, and just talk about not supporting AI and shouting out indie authors and even traditionally published authors, because they're getting hit as well, though they're a little bit more protected. Just shout out those authors. Even if you can't afford necessarily to buy their backlog or even like one book, just shout them out. We appreciate any and all organic traffic to our books, our website, so on and so forth. I will see you in the next video. It's going to be a more happier video, I swear, but I did just want to put this out unedited. If you can't already tell. I'm actually doing pretty good with the lack of stuttering. I'm kind of sort of stuttering, but it's not as bad. Anyway, I will see you in the next video. I will try and keep everyone updated and posted, but you know, at a certain point, AI is going so fast and they're just using their bots on everything that it can be hard to keep up. And that's where we just need to band together and do the best we can. Thank you so much again, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.